Well, Dave, how frustrating was tonight for you?
Very, because that's 2 points dropped,
Yeah.
without question, and without it sounding the wrong way. We'll never get a better opportunity of beating not so much as just a Salford team, but be a team in League Two. I know we have our own injury problems; they've got them as well. And tonight was a great opportunity for us, and one we've let it pass us by.
I said in commentary, we should have been out of sight at half time, but didn't really build on that in the second half. There weren't as many chances created in the second half.
They were early,
frustrating?
yeah, early the first probably 10-15 minutes. So that was how we've not scored after 3 or 4 minutes of the second half with the two opportunities from the corner, and they've defended quite well. The keeper's then made another couple of saves, but it then became, like I say, frustrating for us, and that's my biggest disappointment. We're a team that are in a really, really good place. I didn't see enough players on the pitch wanting to go and change the game and get on, and you become reliant then on a Will Collar or an Andy Sarcevic or somebody like that. Well, they're not there, so someone else go and grab the baton and take the bull by the horns. Not enough did that, and that was disappointing.
Nick Powell could have had a hat-trick in the first half alone, but he seemed to struggle in the second half with a bit of an injury. Is he okay?
He got a bit of a whack on the hip. So Powell's going to be judged on goals and assists, yeah. And he has to score. He'll know that. Doesn't need me to tell him. You have to take one of the opportunities he's got. More than one of the opportunities he's got. The game should be done, and the keeper shouldn't have an opportunity to make some of the saves that he did, due to, like I say, our poor finishing rather than his brilliant saves.
And a scruffy finish to the game as well. Matt Smith with a couple of free headers in the last 5 minutes will be a concern, and the free kicks he conceded. Yeah,
he's always going to be a threat. That threat will always be there, because it can be any type of ball. He's so strong aerially. I'm not being funny, but I don't see there's a defender in League Two that can live with him in terms of aerially. So if you allow the ball to come into your box, then expect that he's going to get first contacts. You just hope that them first contacts don't end up in your net.
I know you've changed your shape tonight. Talk to me a little bit, if you will, about that right-sided centre-half role. I found that interesting tonight. You tried Challinor in the first half. Aki came in and played it in the second half. Quite fluid, moving into midfield at times, dropping back into the... What is the thinking around that position?
We went into tonight's game blind. So with their injury problems, we picked our strongest team, I felt, in terms of experience, and probably picked the team that allowed us to change our shape in game rather than have to make substitutions. So initially, if they were going to be a front three, we would have played Noiley alongside Crosby and almost been a 4-2-2 and allowed him to roll out into a wide area if Macca was high. As it turned out, we had to defend as a 3, because obviously what you don't want to try and do is get isolated against Smith, and then the second balls are the ones that are going to hurt you. Yeah. So going into like I say, our meeting pre-game was done after we got the team, and even then, looking at the team with the amount of injuries they got, we didn't have a real clue as to what they might settle with, and it was obviously looked like a 3-5-2. Sure. So we then felt they had two attacking wingers, a wing back, so that's always going to be, I felt, an opportunity for us. We didn't make enough of that opportunity in the first half, with Macca against the Mai down our side. On the other side, the one time when it started to, it was when Powell got a little bit deeper, played Ibby, and then was able to receive the ball. He put a great ball in for Paddy, and Paddy should score. That was then going to be the way home, but then you've got to play what the game looks like. So in the second half, they got the 54 to try and stop the ball into Aki, as it was, because we changed him for Neuler. Aki needs to roll inside, and Macca needs to roll down to try and leave the space then to go and play him behind. We didn't do that, and that then becomes, football intelligence wise, they should know what they're doing. They have the information. If I put it on a tactics board, they tell me what they do, but you have to go and do it out there. And it took too long, and we couldn't get the information from this side of the pitch across to be able to get it done quicker. And the game then sort of petered out, and we started trying to play balls that weren't on. Yeah. That's when you need people to be brave and get on the ball and look to move it and wait for the opportunity to find the right pass at the right time. We became panicked and frantic, and that just led to more and more frustration.
Obviously, I know they've got injuries, but you have as well. And Will Collar, we understand, is going to be out for maybe a couple of months now. Is that your understanding?
Yeah, it'll be at least a couple of months. So it probably, again, wishful thinking, will be 10 weeks. Which again is bad news, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not the worst news with the injury that he's got. So there's no damage to the muscle belly in terms of the hamstring. It's the tendon. So we have to wait for that to heal. That takes longer, but he will be able to do running. He will be able to run. He won't be able to sprint and be high intensity until that tendon's healed. So once he's pain free, we'll be able to keep on top of him. Obviously, we hope to get him back as quickly as possible, but it's one that we need to. We'll go into January with that and have to look at what that brings.
Just finally, Dave, looking ahead to the weekend, obviously the FA Cup, and I know you take it seriously. I know you'll play a strong side and you'll take all the shots seriously as well. Anybody likely to be back who's currently injured at the moment?
I would love to be back with his ineligibility from tonight. Sars potentially, but again we'll make a judgment on that when we see him tomorrow and Thursday. Campsey's not far away. Sunday may come too soon for him. We then probably have a decision to make for Wednesday, but then I would hope that our next league game that both those two are available, which will give us more numbers, but ultimately give us more quality as well, and people that are natural midfielders, which is the obvious area that at the minute we're a bit short.
Listen, unlucky tonight. Thanks for your time. Cheers, Dave.
Cheers, thank you.
Thanks.